Praise the Most High, family. Praise the highest, our Elohim Yahuwah, through his son Yahushua HaMashiach, the physical representation of the Most High. He is the physical Elohim. Praise the Most High. I hope everyone is well today, and that as I am, you are also. Praise the Most High. Thank him for that text. What I mean by that is that you're able to get out and enjoy this day like I am. Getting in some fresh air, some sunshine, and Most High willing some exercise. Praise the Most High, family. I have a quick, small testimony, which some would consider it small, but I can consider it a grand thing. I left the house and left my glasses today, family. and I don't usually do that. But it was another case of the Most High showing me that he got me taken care of. Showing me that he's got a hedge of protection around me. Oh boy. Thank you, Father. And that's getting on into my idea. But thank the Most High. I got to the job, family. And I prayed. I said, Father, I done left my glasses. First I pray I left them at the house and not at the gas station that I got gas from early this morning, which I don't go into the store, I just pay at the pump. And I was praying that I didn't drop them out of the truck onto the ground. Praise the Most High, I got onto the job, and well, I was praying in front of the house, and Most High willing, I tried to get to every job early, so I can gather myself and, get my mind set on what I'm doing. And like I said, I prayed and found a peace. And I think also a lot of times, family, when we're without something, we adapt quick. We must adapt quick, put it that way. But I got on out to the job and started doing my job. I had a huge grill to put together, one of them huge gas grills, and started opening the box, and I started seeing damage here and there. And I think one of the first things I saw was 2 screws laying on the laying there. I'm like, oh, this is a problem, because this is one of the most expensive grills that's sold today. It's called a what do they call that thing? Royal. Let me look it up. That's a very expensive grill. Royal King. Royal King. It's one of them 4 freestanding 40,000 BTU grills. Trust you me, family, it's nothing to play with. And that's what I ended up telling the customer. I said, sir, well, let's get back to the idea. We had, like I said, 2 screws just on the top of the box. After I opened it, I'm like, oh, this problems. That means something done came loose. And the more I unpacked the box, the more I saw damage starting to appear. And there was damage on the top of the grill where you put the cover on. Then there was damage on the bottom to where it holds together. And I told the customer, I said, I don't know if I would even consider putting this together with that structural damage to this grill, because it's one of those type grills you hook up straight to the gas line, which was right there on the deck. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna want to hook this up once I finish, because I don't want to get hurt. But the more I talked, the more I saw. And while he was standing there, because I called him quick, come check this out because we had some damage. and there was little pieces of plastic in the bottom of the box, and I gave that to him so he could see how serious it was. And then I looked and saw that right there at the front of the grill, there was a huge dent on the face of the grill where you would controls are, right there in the front of the grill. I say, see there, sir, Mr. Russ, this is damage right there, and I know you don't want to buy a brand new grill with damage right there on the front of it. You know, as soon as you get it, you know, it's a pretty Royal King that I'm sure costs probably 15 to 2 G's at the least, I'm sure. I didn't look it up. I would usually look up these items to see the cost and how much they're paying to assemble it, and see how much they're getting me. See how much they cheat me out of by paying me $50 or $75 to put it together, and then they receiving $150, so they're getting the mother load of the bigger portion of the meal, which is always the case because you're working for a platform. But he said, no sir, I don't want it. After saying that, I don't want to pay all this money I'm paying for it, and then it's damaged. So family, not only did I get out of putting that together so I can get back home to get my glasses, but also I received another customer who's gonna call me to put the grill together. Instead of paying them the $175, I believe, I'm gonna get $125 or $100 to put it together. See, when you tell them you'll cut off, you'll save them $75, and you know what you're talking about, you know, they have confidence in that you know what you're talking about as far as assembling this grill, and they want to go with you. And then you have a long life customer. Just like he said, thanks for giving me the heads up on that. I wouldn't have seen it until I went to fire it up. I'm like, oh no, and you would have been thinking Robert did it. But praise the Most High, family. We have to trust him at every turn. And as we said, we was tiptoeing into our idea today, which we're going to give. Like I said, I hope everyone is well. I want to make sure I said that, which we did, and that you're able to get out and enjoy this beautiful day. It is absolutely gorgeous here in Charlotte. Yeah, I'm bundled up because that's just how I do. When the calendar says it's December, or the calendar says it's a new season, winter, then I'm going to have to dress for the occasion. Because I can always take off clothes. Praise the Most High. The idea is the undeniable line we should never cross. The undeniable line we should never cross. I go there, Pop. And we see, family, as we look into the history of our people in this text here, we being the people of the book, we see that our people have crossed the line continuously. Matter of fact, the first man and woman crossed the line. Praise the Most High. And you might say, what line, Robert? We'll get to that. And we're going to see that line here in Job 1:8-12. Then the Most High said to Hasatan, have you considered my servant Job, that there is none like him on the earth, a blameless and upright man, one who fears the Most High and shuns evil. I have that in quotations for a reason. One who is blameless and upright and shuns evil. Remember that. So Hasatan answered the Most High and said, does Job fear the Most High for nothing? Have you not made a hedge around him, the line, around his household, and around all that he has on every side? The hedge is the line, family. You have blessed the works of his hands, and his possessions have increased in the land. But now stretch out your hand, and I want y'all to remember that. Stretch out your hand and touch all that he has, and he will surely curse you to your face. Now, why do we say over the hand? For this reason here. And the Most High said to Satan, behold, all that he has is in your power. Only do not lay a hand on his possessions. So family, what we consider there, the Most High's hand is Satan or Hasatan. That means the Most High can use Hasatan to get his work done. Something to consider. So Hasatan went out from the presence of the Most High. Praise the Most High. So family, I would suggest, and I do believe without a doubt, as the Most High has told me, that the undeniable line we should never cross is the hedge of protection he's put up around us. And we can say protection, we can say the hedge of blessings that he surrounded us with. And we always cross that line. Praise the Most High. But there is an answer today, family. We find it in today's main text, John 14, 1 through 3. Let not your heart be troubled. Sounds like backup again. Sounds like some relief coming. You believe in the Most High, believe also in me, the physical representation of the Most High. In my Father's house are many nations. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto myself, that where I am, there you may be also. Praise the Most High, family. I had to move. I was in a spot where there was some guys starting to come in and work, and I didn't want to be all in there, not only in their way, but getting distracted by them. Praise the Most High. But it is well with my soul, as the song says. Hallelujah. So now we just read over John 14, 1 through 3. And Yahushua was telling us not to let our hearts be troubled, because in his Father's house there are many mansions. Then it came back and said, I go to prepare a place for you. And family, as I began to study this text this morning, the Most High let me know that he's always going before us, as we see here in Isaiah 45, 2 through 3. I will go before you and make the crooked places straight. I will break down the gates of brass and cut in sunder the bars of iron. See, family, that's the line that Hasatan has set up for us. See, he's drawing lines for us also, family. And most of the lines that he's drawn for us are lines of captivity. That's the word. Captivity and slavery. Especially as the Most High's people. And we fall for it every time. Like I said, we cross the line every time. Praise the Most High. And that text also goes on to say, and I will give you the treasures of darkness and the hidden riches of secret places, that you may know that I, the Most High, which I call you by your name, am the Most High of Israel, Yasharel, that I'm your Elohim. This is personal, family, not only of our people, but of us personally. Praise the Most High. But these lines that's drawn, family, are lines that we have choices to cross or not to cross. And as we spoke about before, with Adam and Eve, they crossed the line by listening. They made the wrong choice. See, and something the Most High reminded me of, they lost respect. Oh boy. See, that's where the lines are crossed, family, when we lose respect. And losing respect isn't always the way we would think. We lose respect by not trusting other people. or should we say, not trusting in the Most High, or the people that the Most High has given us, put in our lives. See, that's how we lose respect. And then, once we don't trust them, we start doing things outside of respect. And what I mean by that, just like with Adam and Eve, because Adam was standing right there, they was thinking about something that the Most High said. He told them clearly, don't mess with that, don't eat from that tree. So they said, we have a choice here. We want the other things that was promised to us by this Hasatan fella, who always comes to make us disrespect our Father, to make us disrespect our parents, to make us disrespect our loved ones, our husbands and our wives. See, that's his job, to sow discord amongst the brethren. Oh boy. But what is our job, family? Just as we have been speaking on in the last few recordings about what Mashiach did, and saying, get behind me. No, it is written, get behind me. No, it is written, get behind me. No. And let's look at that final one he said. Oh boy. That lends itself right to our idea. Well, have you noticed that when you look up Bible scripts these days, they're always taking you to some song or some book some joker done wrote that they done stole from the Most High's words. There it is, Matthew 4:10. Then Yahushua said unto Hasatan, get hence behind me, Hasatan, for it is written, you shall worship the Most High your Elohim, and him only shall you serve. And see, that worship and respect go hand in hand. Praise the Most High. But see, what I want to speak on today is the idea of that undeniable line we should never cross. And mind you, I named it the undeniable line we never cross, but we should say should never cross, because we always do cross it, or a lot of times we cross it. But I wanted to take a look at Job's life and why. And see, this is just an idea. It's nobody else's. I'm just saying this is how I look at the idea. Have you ever asked yourself, the Most High put Hasatan on Job because Job was mistrusting the Most High, or wasn't trusting the Most High completely? Or Job left a crack in the door of his hedge? Now this is just an idea. Don't cuss me. Don't cut me. Don't fight me. The text says that Job was making sacrifices for his sons and daughters because he knew they were sinning against the Most High. The text says that he said, maybe they have sinned against the Most High. And see, you don't just go making sacrifices for nobody or your children. You don't go kill nothing saying maybe they just may have sinned against the Most High. No, he knew. He knew they had sinned. But just as one of my ox was speaking on today, he was like, the Most High has great timing. And it's not up to us to worry or concern ourselves about our loved ones. See, the Most High has a way, family, of confirming these ideas and thoughts to us. Thank you, Father. And that's just another idea I wanted to share, a testimony really, of how the Most High confirmed an idea we just spoke on. And see that arc I was just speaking on, that moray I was just speaking on, he said that the Most High deals with all of us at the same time. And what he was meaning by that, he deals with us all on the same subject matter on the most part. Where's that idea? There it is. Fair exchange. Let the chips fall where they may. That's an idea we just had a day or two ago. But it's speaking about letting go of folks and trusting the process with the Most High. And see, what we have to realize, and what I have to say to myself is, it took time for me to stop smoking them blunts. It took time for me to stop drinking them silver bullets. See, that was my package. Every day in the afternoon, I had me a package that I had to have ready for me when I got to the house. I had to have that silver bullet ice cold now. I mean, ice cold. Then that fat blunt ready. And basically, I had to have 2 blunts ready. Because I would smoke 1 and a half and then save me 1 for the morning when I jumped out and started going on my way. But praise the Most High, he delivered me from all of them troubles. And liquor, hard liquor, which by the time I quit doing them things, I was drinking it like it was water. Won't even budge it. I mean, I would basically, more than anything else, I would go straight to sleep. Praise the Most High, not drunk or nothing, just sleep. And not even peaceful sleep. Praise the Most High. But the idea is, it's a fair exchange between you and the Most High. When you say, okay, enough is enough. Let the chips fall where they may. And that's what the teacher was speaking on this morning about letting the Most High deal with people. We can't judge how he does people. You be like, well, I want them saved. I want them to come on into the kingdom. He was like that. There's timing. Praise the Most High. We're not going to dwell on that one. But the other one was, what idea do we have? The jig is up. That was it. Where we're speaking about the judgment and about the opioid crisis that we're seeing here in America and all over the world, where the judgment is all over the world, but here in America that the judgment is being placed, they're having to reap what they sow. Just like we were saying, they put the drugs in our neighborhoods, so now they're having to go through this crisis, which what the CIA called a national security crisis. But I speak on that, family, because our pastor Omar DeBoe spoke on the same subject. But he's more qualified to speak on these things than I am on a deeper level. See, the Most High may have me mention something, but there's other scholars that can go into depth with it. But he called it the opioid and vaccine epidemic, the judgment of Babylon, by Pastor Omar DeBoe, here on YouTube. Check it out, you'll enjoy it. And you will see what I'm speaking on about the Most High confirming these ideas we have from day to day. Well, yeah, we were speaking on Job and how he may have left the door open. And the Most High wanted to shore that up. He wanted to say, well, hold here now. You're going to trust me, you're going to trust me. And that those sacrifices really weren't working. Now, before you jump on me and cuss me and cut me, bear with a brother. But yeah, maybe, just maybe, that was the door that could have led to sin on Job's part, which I believe it was. I believe that Job wasn't trusting the Most High altogether. And see, what Job should have done, it's just my opinion, He should have took lead from the Most High. And it's just like with that prior recording we had. Letting the chips fall where they may. See, the Most High, when Adam and Eve disrespected him and sinned against him, he had to cut them off. He had to cut them off because it was in his house. He was like, okay, you gotta get out of my house. I can't have you in my house and you sinning. So he kicked him out of the garden. And he was on his own. And see what the Most High was telling me. They weren't on their own completely, because the gifts are never taken back. You know the script I'm talking about. But the Most High was like, okay, you're gonna have to learn this lesson. I can't let you walk around thinking it's all right to let me down. That's something Mary sung, Mary J. Blige, a while ago, and that sticks to my heart. Can't have you walking around thinking it's all right to disrespect me. Because I told you don't do this. Straight up and down. I told you, and it's for a reason. So you didn't trust me. You thought you was going to get something more out of doing what I told you not to do. And see, that's what Job should have did. He should have closed the door on that mess right then and there. You see, I don't do this mess. I don't carry on like that. So you got to cut it out. I'm going to have to cut y'all off. And if you want daddy's goods, then you're going to have to act right. But if you don't want to do right, I can't a party to your mess. And see, family, that's just my opinion. But I really believe the Most High is giving me this idea that door was open. The doors of his hedge of protection. See, Hasatan basically is just one of the hands the Most High uses. Because he allows him to go and do only what the Most High would allow. See, there's nothing that's done that the Most High don't sign off on. Or which we give power to do. Just like I said. See, the Most High, in my opinion, he was showing grace and mercy. Giving them chaps opportunity to get right. But because they sinned against the Most High, and Job was trying to basically cover it up, the Most High destroyed Job. So family, the question today, are we crossing lines we should not cross? And to be more specific, are we crossing that line, the hedge of protection the Most High has surrounded us with, that we shouldn't cross? And have we given place to Hasatan, pardon me, to where we have given away our treasures and riches to Hasatan? That he's embordered us or locked us down in these so-called gates of brass and bars of iron, which the Most High said he would go before us and make the crooked places straight and break down these gates of brass and cut and sunder the bars of iron, and therefore give you the treasures of darkness and hidden riches of secret places. See, it sounds like to me, family, the Most High is giving us back our stuff, because we're realizing that we have crossed lines we shouldn't have crossed, and that our hedge of protection has therefore been broken down. See, most of the time, family, we give away our authority. We give away our stuff. But we need to ask ourselves today, am I crossing the undeniable line I should never cross? Because because we know it's right there. I mean, we know we had the Ruach HaKodesh speaking to us. We hear him. Yes, indeed, we hear him. That's why it's undeniable. The text says he will write his commands on our hearts. Oh, thank you, Father. And see, that's something else I wanted to speak on. We said we would come back to this, didn't we? It's all about the laws, statutes, and commands. Cuss me all you want. Say I'm cussing, I don't care. It's all about the laws, statutes, and commands. Family, it's all about being obedient. See, that's where the respect is thrown out the door with most of us. Pretty much all of us. When we're disobedient. We say things like the laws, statutes, and commands are done away with. Oh boy. And see, family, Yahushua himself wrote the laws and gave them to Moses. It was the finger of Elohim that wrote the laws and gave them to Moses. And who is the physical representation of the Most High? Yahushua. That's right. So he physically wrote them and gave them to Moses. The text says that he broke bread with Moses face to face. And with Abraham, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Abraham broke bread and ate food with him, with the angels. But praise the Most High, family. And you might be saying, and see, even Job had laws, statutes, and commands. Adam and Eve had laws, statutes, and commands. So they weren't just given Moses. They was already given to every person that had a relationship with the Most High. Because he's saying, you can't have a relationship with me if you don't respect me. You don't do what I tell you to do. And see here with Job, it says in the text, he was blameless, upright, and shunned evil. So how did he know what evil was? How did he know what would bring blame onto him? And how did he know what righteousness was? It said he was an upright man. He knew the laws, statutes, and commands. And he followed them. That's why the Most High blessed him. And the text goes on to say he blessed the works of his hands. And his possessions have increased in the land. You made a hedge of protection around him, his household, and around every side, and blessed the works of his hands, and his possessions have increased in the land. So family, it all goes back to being obedient. And see, like I said, the text says that he's written these commands on our hearts. So it's up to us, family, to listen to the Ruach HaKodesh and be obedient to what he tells us to do. But now he has a roadmap, just like the text says. He's not going to come against what he already wrote down. So we have the roadmap when we're in question about what the Most High is telling us to do or say. But 9 times out of 10, family, I can say this from personal experience. We know what's right to do and we know what's wrong. But we must be obedient. Praise the Most High. And not cross this line. It's undeniable. What a grand idea, family. I do pray that we got it over the way we would want to. The undeniable line we should never cross. And that's our hedge of protection. Hedge of blessings. Hedge of shalom. That's what it is, because a lot of times we can cross that line of shalom. And see, we don't never want to do that. You don't want to never give away your shalom. That's gonna be our time, family. I love you so much. Stay up and keep pushing forward in the right direction with the Most High. Being obedient to Him consistently. Shalom.